Mackenzie Collins is a recent alumni of Ontario Tech University, where she graduated from the forensic psychology program. And she was previously the project lead for She Leads, and now she is the co-president of Enactus Ontario Tech. So Mackenzie is currently also a TA in the Business and I.T faculty at Ontario Tech.
Thank you, Jess, and well done, Corey. A lot of what you said resonated a lot with me, particularly how you got started. For me, I was not a leader growing up. I was just a bossy, talkative little girl. And that's kind of who I was as a person for a really long time. And it took a while for me to find the outlet to really kind of grow that bossy side of me and turn it into a polished leader. I do love to talk. I love interacting with people as well, and really trying to bridge connections. Again, that's why I actually chose psychology, so I could really understand people. As Jess said, I am currently co-president of Enactus. It's funny because this is a position I probably would have never seen myself in a few years ago. Like I said, never saw myself as a leader. But what kind of happened is I've always been this person that sees a problem and I want to fix it. I want to, get in there and think about it. And I really want to start brainstorming and figure out where we can innovate, where we can improve efficiency. And just being that person that has the ideas, eventually you get to the point where people kind of start looking to you to bring those ideas. And that's really what happened to me. And as I got more comfortable with being clear about, my ideas and my opinions, I started to get more respect as a leader in turn. And then it kind of just grew to where I am now. In terms of the logistic sides of how I actually got into my role, I'm going to make a really cheesy quote and say I started from the bottom and now I'm here, but I really did. I actually started on Enactus as a presentation speaker. It was a temporary role. All I had to do was go speak a competition, had one job, and then go home and got to be part of the Enactus team. But when I get a small role, I really try to put my all into it, because I think even when you're in the smallest positions, it's still a reflection of who you are and your work ethic, no matter what you're doing. So do your best. And that's what I did. And I kind of just, started putting my input in where I could. I started talking to the presidents at the time, really just trying to learn as much as I could about the organization and be involved. And it got some attention. And that is actually when I was given the role of project lead of She Leads, as Jess mentioned, which was my first kind of on paper official leadership role. So something that I think I did most of my learning during that time as a leader, as a project lead of She Leads. And this is something that I like to remind my team members of all the time, especially when we have new project leads coming in. When you start as a leader, you don't know as pretty much anything. I mean, compared to your other members, you might have a little bit more experience, but other than that, it doesn't necessarily mean we know all the answers. We're still just trying to navigate through things like you are. A lot of the times it's just that, that mistake that you made, I already made it 5 times and had to fix it for myself. So I just happen to know how to fix it. I think that's really something that comes along with it, is just that experience, and the confidence really in trusting your own judgment, trusting your gut, and knowing when you have the right decision and when to push that forward. I think another really important thing is I love analogies. Everyone's going to roll their eyes because all my team members know how much I love analogies, but I see leadership kind of as parenting, where if you're too strict and, you're kind of a dictator and you're just like my way or the highway, nothing's going to get done. You're going to lose all your team members and there's going to be low morale and it's going to be awful. But if you're too nice and you're their best friend, then they're going to be running wild and off the walls. So sometimes you really have to be confident with your own decisions and understand that even when you are the bad guy, it's because you're doing it for the good of your team. And hopefully you've built that respect, that mutual respect, where you respect your team members and they respect you just as much, so that you can kind of navigate those situations. In terms of where I'm hoping to go in life with this experience that I've kind of gained, personally, I plan on going into law, which I know makes a lot of sense with leadership experience, but I think no matter where I chose to go, this experience would really benefit me. Leadership at its core is just interacting with other humans and being able to work with them successfully. And that's something that's really important across any industry. Even, you know, if you're just working alone, you're still going to have to talk to external contacts, and you're still going to have to, you know, do collaborations with other companies, and really figuring out how to interact with people and make everyone happy while still staying true to yourself and being confident in your own opinions and ideas is this balance that takes a lot of people time to get. But once you've got it, it really will serve you for kind of the rest of your life.